Good morning, children. Welcome back to another session of English. So, children, today we are going to learn one amazing and fantastic chapter, which is chapter number 4, The Tree Doctor. Well, a tree doctor, yes, of course. Now, children, we come across so many doctors, in our life, human doctors, animal doctors. Now, this is something new, isn't it? A tree doctor, yes. Today, we are going to learn about a biography of a doctor named Dr. Tadahiko Yamano from Japan. And we are going to learn something about his inventions and his interest towards the nature. So, without wasting much time, we will quickly start with the central idea of this chapter and we will read the lesson paragraph wise. So, make sure you're going to take your book and a pen and note down all the important points and the words as well. So, dear children, let us quickly understand the central idea of this chapter. Now, as already discussed with you, this chapter is a biography which tells us something about Dr. Tarahiko Yamano. And yes, children, in this chapter, we are going to learn about his love towards nature and trees. This chapter, as I told you, is a biography about the famed Japanese botanist and the tree doctor Tadahiko Yamano, who was trained in forest management, which deepened his love for trees. This chapter would make us familiar with nature in the neighborhood. It is also appreciating the regards for trees in Japanese culture. So, dear children, without wasting much time, let's quickly read the chapter paragraph wise and understand the meaning of each and every paragraph. Now, make sure, children, you're going to sit with a book and a pen and note down all the important words. So, children, let us quickly read the lesson. One August night in 1984, a typhoon roared and howled through Hiroshima, Japan, tearing at trees and buildings, uprooting and bending obstacles in its path. So, what do you mean by this, children? It means one night in the month of August in 1984, a typhoon. What do you mean by typhoon? A violent storm. Yes, it roared and howled. That means very deeply and very loudly. It actually attacked Hiroshima, Japan, tearing at trees and buildings. That means pulling apart everything like trees, the buildings, uprooting even and bending and making a lot of creating a lot of obstacles in the path. Now suddenly a loud crack resounded through the air, braving the wind and rain. People ran from their homes to see what had happened. A great Chinese nettle tree lay upon the ground, split 4 meters above the roof. Now, suddenly, what happened was there was a loud crack resounded through the air. That means it was a very violent echo they could hear. Braving the wind and rain, people ran from their homes. That means, in spite of the dangerous condition or the dangerous situation, people actually came out of the house to see, to watch, what happened. Yes, there was a great Chinese nettle tree lay upon the ground, split 4 meters above the root. So they could see that one old Chinese nettle tree actually was uprooted 4 meters above the root. So, yes, children, let us see further what happens. Now, children, over here we are talking about the ancient Chinese natal tree. According to the writer, this was no ordinary tree. That means it wasn't an ordinary tree. Many years ago, it had survived an even greater disaster. What do you mean by disaster, children? It means a sudden accident or any natural calamities that takes place. Now, Hiroshima was the site of the very first atomic bomb attack. Now, yes, this was the place which actually faced the first atomic bomb attack. And what happened during this attack? It was an intense blast, searing blast. That means it was an intense blast, and half of the tree's trunk was burnt black. Yes, children, almost half of the tree's trunk was burnt black. But even then, what happened? The tree began to wither and die. That means it started becoming dry, and people thought that this tree is not going to survive long. But children from Motomachi Elementary School, yes, few children from Motomachi Elementary School, they nursed it back to life. That means they took great care of the tree and gave some medical treatment, willing it to survive as a living witness to the bomb. So yes, it was a witness that even during this, a very difficult and intense attack of the bomb, even during those time, it had survived. Now, what was the problem? What did happen? Let us further check. Now, however, it seemed that the end had finally come. That means people started thinking that now it's the end of the natal tree. How could the tree survive the damage inflicted by the typhoon? That means this damage was actually caused by typhoon, isn't it? Now there was only one hope. And what was the hope? Tadahiko Yamano, the tree doctor. Yes, that's right. A tree doctor? Someone who takes care of the trees just like other doctors take care of people. So, yes, children. So, this was the only hope, and the hope was to call Tadahiko Yamano, who is a tree doctor. Now, people thought that he was the only one who can survive the natal tree. Now, let us see further what happens. When he arrived, Dr. Yamano pressed both hands against the tree and closed his eyes in concentration. So, yes, dear children, now Dr. Yamano thought that whatever he will do with great concentration. So, what he did was he pressed both hands against the tree and closed his eyes in concentration. Through his palms, he could feel moisture and sensed that the tree was breathing. So, yes, children, he could actually feel that the tree was breathing. The root structure was still solid. The tree will live, he announced. The children who had gathered around him anxiously, that means worriedly, sighed with relief. That means they were actually now relaxed, and they really felt better when they came to know that the tree will live now. Now they followed his instruction, the direction, very carefully until finally a single bird appeared on the broken tree of the trunk of the tree. So, yes, whatever instructions and the direction was given by Dr. Yamano, they actually followed everything, and finally there appeared a single bird on the broken trunk of the tree. So, yes, they all were really happy. And children, this was the 828th tree that Dr. Yamano had saved. So, wasn't that a really good news? Yes. Now, let us check further what happens. So now children, Tadahiko Yamano was born in Osaka, Japan in 1900. He loved mountains and trees and spent many of his early years overseas working in forest management. So yes, dear children, as we know, it's mentioned over here that Dr. Yamano was born in Osaka, Japan in 1900, and he actually used to love mountains and trees, and he also loved spending many of his years overseas working in forest management. So yes, professionally he was a doctor and he studied forest management. Now, Dr. Yamano discovered for himself that the forests do not belong to man alone. That's true, children. Don't you think so? That forests actually do not belong to man alone. Why? Why do you think so? The reason is they are actually home to many other creatures as well. Yes, he also saw how trees store water and protect us from floods, and how they produce the air we breathe. So, yes, children, that's the fact that actually the trees store water for us, right? And they also protect us from floods. and they also produce the air that we breathe, right? So, yes, let us check further. After the Second World War, when he walked in the mountains, he sensed that many ancient trees had lost their vitality. So now, children, when after the Second World War, Dr. Yamano walked in the mountains, he could actually feel, he could actually sense that the olden trees had actually lost their strongness, their energy, their activeness. So he was very much concerned about it. That means he was really worried about it. In Japan, you will often find braided straw ropes. That means, thick, big ropes which are made of fibers. Now, these ropes are tied around the trunks of very large old trees. Why? What could be the reason, children? Especially in shrine grounds or along mountain paths. Shrine grounds, that means it could be some holy places, any temple, or along mountain paths. Now, what do you think? What could be the reason why these ropes are being tied around the trunks of large and old trees? So now, children, what we will do is we will stop the part 1 over here, okay, and we will definitely discuss the lesson further in detail, and we will come across the reason why the ropes were actually tied around the trunks of old trees, right? So before we could end the session today, we will just have a look at all the difficult words, or you can say the synonyms, and we will just make sure that we will note down all these words once again. So now, children, we will quickly revise all the new words which we have covered till now. Make sure that you note down all these words in your book. Alright, so let us start. The first one is obstacle. What do you mean by obstacle? It means hurdle. Next, resound means echo. Yes, resound, echo. Disaster, calamity. Disaster, calamity. Searing, burning. Searing, burning. Wither, weaken. Wither, weaken. Typhoon, yes, it's a violent tropical storm. Typhoon means a violent tropical storm. Inflicted, that means cause to be suffered by someone or something. Inflicted means cause to be suffered by someone or something. Concentration, that means power of focusing all one's attention. Concentration means power of focusing all one's concentration or attention. Anxiously, that means worriedly. Anxiously, worriedly. Relief, that means feeling of relaxation. Relief, feeling of relaxation. Overseas, that means in or to a foreign country. Okay, that means someone is going out of India, so that is called as overseas. So yeah, dear children, so we have done part 1 of chapter number 4. And what was the name of the chapter? The Tree Doctor. Yes, so make sure that you're going to revise the lesson where we have stopped today, and make sure that you're going to read the lesson and you will practice the important words as well. So till we meet you again for the next session, children, take care. Bye bye.